All right.
I needed a little bit of that.
We need a
fire
bump.
today.
So, welcome to today's episode of Your Daily Scrum. I'm professional Scrum trainer Ryan Ripley. That's professional Scrum trainer Todd Miller.
Hello.
We get together each and every day to help you get a little bit better at Scrum. We just wrapped up a professional Scrum with Kanban course with Dan Vicanti, and we are kind of tired. So we needed that little, we need that little bump.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's jump right into the question.
We got asked this a while ago.
Should we measure a Scrum team's productivity? You know what? I think, Todd, that question came from our community. Community.agileforhumans.com. Why aren't you in there? It's free. But they posed a question to us and we thought we'd answer it. Should we measure a Scrum team's productivity? What do you think, Todd?
You know, something that I used to do quite a bit in episodes, and I'm bringing it back today, old school Todd approach to YDS is define productivity.
Yeah.
First, I'll come back to what the word should we means to me here, but let's first define productivity. So I'd quick Google. The first thing that comes up is Wikipedia. Productivity is the efficiency of production of goods or services expressed by some measure. Measurements of productivity are often expressed as a ratio of an aggregate output to a single input or an aggregate input used in a production process. Example, output per unit of input. Wah.
Building the widgets.
Yeah.
So based off of that definition, Todd, I would say no. This is not interesting. We're more outcome and value driven, aren't we? Mm-hmm. We should talk about should we measure a Scrum team's productivity?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, if we just to dot the I on what you were saying there about productivity, just the fact that it really seems like make a widget output per unit of input type of conversation. I just
Feature
don't believe
factory.
that. Feature factor. I don't think that applies to modern knowledge workers or creative types, which I believe that if we speak software development is creative work, right?
Yep.
So kind of like the we stuck out to you too. I was like calling that out early on. Tell me what you think. Should we? What's that mean to you when you hear that?
I would hope it would be like, should Scrum masters, should product owners, should Scrum teams, like I'm looking at it from that Scrum team context or any one of the accountabilities. If we're talking outside of the Scrum team, the answer is just hard no. No, you're looking at value. You're looking at customer gap or customer satisfaction gaps getting closed in. You're looking at current value being delivered. But if you're on the Scrum team, you know, maybe you're looking at as a Scrum Master, actually in Scrum Guide 2020, it says, you know, you're accountable for the effectiveness of a Scrum team. And that could start looking like an answer to this question. But I think the effectiveness is in terms of value delivery, outcome delivery, sprint goal delivery, product goal achievement, and not necessarily the number of widgets or PBIs that we can cram into a sprint, right?
Yeah, you know, and so there's a huge difference between the word effectiveness and efficiency.
Right.
Like you're mentioning Scrum team effectiveness. You said all the things that I think too, right? Like outcome, like what are we doing? What's up with our customers? Are we effectively delivering to our customers? I start to think efficiency and I start to think about efficiencies. I think from the developer's perspective, most developers are always inclined to find better efficiencies. Like I will say that I am an inherently lazy developer. I hate doing the same thing over and over again. Redundancy drives me crazy. So I want to eliminate those redundancies. I want to become more efficient so that I get to do the things that are interesting to me. And so I would put efficiency when it comes to how we build the product, how we building the product on developers. And so I think that I also think that productivity is different than efficiency, right? You can be really efficient, but not productive. You can be really productive, but not efficient, right? Yeah. So I think we should throw productivity out of this. I think we should put efficiency down into the accountability of the developers on how they build it, right? With the how they're building, and effectiveness, as the Scrum Guide tells us, Ryan, lies in the Scrum Master.
I like it. So if we modify this a little bit, the answer becomes yes.
Yeah.
And effective in terms of value, sprint goals, product goals, customer satisfaction, all the great EBM metrics on the value part of the chart, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a slight edit, and it's amazing how the answer shifts from no to yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. All right, what do you think? Let us know in the comments. I would like to know your thoughts on productivity, efficiency, effectiveness. What are you measuring today? How helpful has it been? What are you focusing on tomorrow? Leave your comments, leave your questions, like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hit us up on socials. Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn are hotspots to find us lately. Some videos are going to pop up. We think you're going to like them. Keep watching, keep asking questions, keep digging. And who knows, perhaps you'll get a little bit better each and every day. Who knows what kind of progress you can make in a year? Maybe you'll become more effective. That'd be kind of cool too. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. Go forward, do some great Scrum things. We'll see you tomorrow.